For more on what this means for Cambodia as it tries to diversify and tries to manage the ongoing energy crisis, we're joined by KEO Rottanak, who is the Cambodian Minister for Mines and Energy, and he joins us today from Phnom Penh. Minister Rottanak, thank you for joining us today. I guess the first question really is the solar panel project of Cambodia. What are its main goals, and how soon can we see it come online and perhaps contribute towards adding and diversifying Cambodia's energy mix in a meaningful way? When do we start to see this actually start to operate in full force?
Thank you, JP, for having me on your program. Cambodia has moved a long ways from fossil fuel. Not long ago, we depended almost 100% on coal and diesel and heavy fuel oil. Today, our electricity generation is from more than 63% from renewable, making Cambodia one of the best in the region. Now, among the 63+% of renewable, solar energy represents more than almost 40%, about 30+% already in the generation mix. So today, we are about to commission the biggest solar park in one place in Southeast Asia, which is more than 1,000 megawatts in one place. And we are excited about it. So we are bringing solar to basically help decarbonize ourselves, but also as part of our push to integrate Cambodia with the rest of the ASEAN, to help making ASEAN more green and resilient.
There are also concerns some people raise that you can increase generation of electricity to try and offset some of the impact and try to diversify things. But there is also equal need to focus on transmission, making sure that you can transmit these efficiently and nothing gets lost. Are there projects also in Cambodia to make sure that the grids and the transmission itself can also keep up with the expanded capacity that's being generated by solar projects like this, sir?
You are so right that in the transition toward clean energy footprints, one of the bottlenecks, apart from financing and other logistical matters, transmission is usually a bottleneck. And Cambodia is learning lessons from other countries that have walked before us, and we try to make sure that our transmission will not stand in the way of our green energy scale-up. Our target is to have at least 70% clean energy by 2030. So we are very much on track, because today we already achieved more than 63% clean energy. So we're very confident. We are very, very confident that we are going there to get there. And that is the reason why Cambodia has been working very hard with Singapore and other like-minded partners in ASEAN to make sure that our region collectively, not only Cambodia, will further decarbonize and have a net zero by 2050.
And that also hints at some talks that have been growing in ASEAN of creating an ASEAN regional power grid. What's Cambodia's stance on this, and how active is Cambodia in promoting this particular goal, which, while evidently contributes to security in Southeast Asia, is going to be very hard to pull off because of the size, the financing, and also the fact that you have to involve all these countries involved? What's Cambodia's stance on how achievable this ASEAN energy grid can be?
In fact, we have the technology. Humanity has the technology. We have financing. The private sector is ready to jump in. I think it's the role of our regional governments, all our collective governments, to make sure that we can design an environment that is conducive. We have regulation that is supportive, de-risking for the private sector investment, and I think we can get to do that regionally. Now, we have had experience from Europe, from some parts of North America, for example. They could have regional grid. There's no reason why ASEAN cannot have regional grid. So I'm very sure that it's only a matter of time before we can see the ASEAN power grid. And this is one of the things that our ASEAN leaders in the recent summit, that ASEAN power grid is a priority for ASEAN to decarbonize. Now, at the same time, ASEAN leaders also in the joint statement expressed concern about the current oil disruption, the biggest in human history, in modern history, and therefore they're also designing some ways to make sure that the ASEAN 11 members countries can work together to have fuel arrangements so that we don't have to face the same impact of the oil market shock as we experience today. And that's one of the reasons why Cambodia is interested in resolving the so-called overlapping claim areas between Cambodia and Thailand, so that we can unlock a serious energy potential that could really give benefit to in the tune of about 300 billion US dollars to be shared between Thailand and Cambodia, and also to share these resources with ASEAN when it is needing this kind of resource most at this point.
Yeah. And again, this stems to territorial claims and disputes between Thailand and Cambodia that did turn violent on occasion last year. How confident is Cambodia that they can resolve some of these overlapping claims and disputes in a peaceful manner and more peacefully than we've seen in recent times, sir?
Cambodia always supports peaceful dialogue. In fact, Cambodia and Thailand are both signatories to the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. But the two countries also in 2001 signed a memorandum of understanding to allow both countries to jointly unlock the substantial petroleum resources located in the so-called overlapping claims area, the OCA in short. Under the MOU 2001, the parties agreed to negotiate a joint development treaty and a maritime boundary over different parts of the OCA. Now, again, regrettably, Thailand withdrew or actually walked away from this MOU in 2001. And we still believe in dialogue. We still believe in resolving the differences peacefully under international law. And that's why we are considering the compulsory conciliation under the UNCLOS to resolve the maritime boundary differences in a legitimate and peaceful manner, and also help unlock the resource potential in this area so that we can share between the two countries and the two people, but also to share that with the ASEAN region as well, especially in this time of energy disruption.
I understand. All right, KEO Rottanak, Cambodia's Minister for Mines and Energy. Fingers crossed that indeed a peaceful resolution can come with regards to that, as it will be critical for Cambodia's own energy security state. Appreciate the time, sir.